attending for the first time, please stand and raise your right hand. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in this inquiry? Thank you. The oath has been administered, sir.
Thank you so much, Comsec. Next item of our agenda is lifting of contempt and administrative matters. So since this will be the last hearing that we will be conducting today, so I think it is incumbent upon this committee to...
Chairman.
Congressman Paduano, please.
Mr. Chairman, as far as I remember, all the contempt orders that was made by this committee during the last hearing, the period of detention and the effectivity of such contempt order was until this committee hearing will be terminated. And for that, Mr. Chairman, I suggest that all those contempt orders that was issued by this committee will be lifted until the termination of this committee hearing in today's hearing, if ever we will terminate this hearing, Mr. Chairman, as just following the process of such orders, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman.
Well, in fact,
Yes,
well, in fact, isa pa po, well, in fact, I think most, if not all of those resource persons that was cited in contempt was not present today, except for, I think, for Mr. Mark Lopez, who is coming for around 30 minutes now, based on the information that was...
Today, assuming that today, just for the sake of argument, today we terminate this hearing of the Tricomm, does that automatically mean that the contempt order is lifted? May I know the answer of the chair?
Well, I think that's the reason why I asked the permission of this body to tackle the lifting of contempt and the issuance of the subpoenas, primarily because this will be our last hearing. But with the interjection of Congressman Paduano, I think, and I believe, this chair believes that we will be discussing the lifting of the contempt and the subpoenas issued on the later part of this hearing.
Well, Mr. Chair, I am of the impression that this Congress will adjourn sine die on on June 12, June 13. So we still have maybe about 4 or 5 days before we go on adjournment sine die. So if the contempt order that was issued in the previous hearings on the basis of the violation of our rules by resource persons invited, then maybe perhaps we can extend the accommodation until we adjourn sine die. If indeed we will continue to implement the contempt order among those that have been cited in contempt by this committee, hindi po ba dapat hanggang January 13 hanggat hindi pa ho tayo nag-adjourn?
Mr.
Chairman.
I submit to the wisdom of this body, and that's the reason why I put on in the agenda the lifting of the contempt and the issued subpoenas and show cause orders. But of course, we decide on the decision of this committee, and since the manifestation of Congressman Barber states that we have until June 30.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair.
Automatic lifting of the issued contempt orders.
Mr. Chair.
Before I acknowledge Congressman Paduano,
Yes, to
Chairman
clarify the issue,
Pimentel, please.
why don't we ask the committee secretary to verify the minutes? Because if I recall, the motion that we passed on the contempt order is upon the termination of the committee hearings. So therefore, if today we will terminate the hearing, that would mean na nag-expire na yun automatically yung contempt. So if you want to extend it to sine die, then we will have to amend that motion. So let us verify first ano ba talaga ang
Mr.
nakalagay
Chairman.
doon sa minutes.
All right. So,
Mr. Chairman.
with the indulgence of Chairman Pimentel, the Chair would like to recognize Congressman Paduano. Sige, please.
Mr. Chairman, upon consulting with the COMSEC, and well, in fact, in the case of Mark Lopez, Mr. Mark Lopez, I was the one that moved to cite him in contempt. And as far as I remember, Mr. Mark Lopez violates Section 11, Paragraph F, undue interference. Now, the maximum period of such contempt order in violation of Section 11, Paragraph F is only 10 days. Unfortunately, because of election, that contempt order was not served. Well, in fact, the new lawyer of Mark Lopez called me up during the campaign that Mark Lopez wants to surrender himself to this representation or to any other chairperson of this committee. But nevertheless, Mr. Chairman, once again, I just like to reiterate that the violation of Mark Lopez is Section 11, Paragraph F, and undue interference, and the maximum penalty is only 10 days. Now, with regards to the termination or the lifting of the contempt order, based on the termination, we should check first, of course, the motion and what was approved during the previous hearing with regards to the contempt order and the period of such order that will be served by the resource person that was cited in contempt. And as far as I remember, all those contempt orders that was ordered, the duration will be on determination of this committee hearing, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Chairman.
That's gives some clarity on the issue, because if you're going to look at Section 11 of the rules of the House, the rules is silent on the termination of, I mean, the lifting of the issued contempt and subpoenas. Thereby, we rely on the motion that was submitted by any member of this committee. And I agree with Congressman Paduano in saying that we should look back on the motion that was carried by this committee in the previous hearings.
Mr. Chairman.
1 minute.
Just another inquiry in relation again.
Go ahead, please.
Just for purposes of clarity, kasi hindi po natin, I absolutely agree that we should look back into the minutes of the previous hearing as to what basis have we cited the person in contempt at saka kung ano yung penalty. Okay naman tayo doon. Pag sinabi natin upon termination, if we terminate today, until today. But that doesn't preclude any member to move for an extension. Maybe to say, to move it to adjournment sine die, and then get the desired number of 50% plus 1 in a committee hearing constituting a quorum. So pwede po yan. No? But let's not belabor that point. My only inquiry is that meron po tayong sinite in contempt. Iba po ba? At lahat po tayo, pinagbotohan natin yan, at majority ng members present during that committee hearing agreed that there was a violation of our rules. Therefore, there was a contempt order against that resource person. Now, nagtago po yung resource person. Diba? Simula po yung huling hearing natin, which was, if I'm not mistaken, April. Hanggang ngayon, nagtago po. So, ngayon, dahil magte-terminate ang hearing ngayon, magpapakita ngayon. Kaya nga, I want a clarification, Mr. Chair. Kung ano ba yun? Kasi the moment we do not implement the order of a collective decision of this body, then it will render this body inutil. We cannot even implement the orders of this committee. Yun lang po ang aking katanungan. Now, if the majority would say na i-terminate natin today, we lift the contempt order, then I would definitely subscribe to the wisdom of the majority. That's all, Mr. Chair.
All right, before we suspend
Chair.
the hearing for a minute, the chair would like to recognize co-chair Johnny
Mr. Chair,
Pimentel. And then the chair will also recognize
This
Congressman
issue
Achong.
has been
Go ahead.
dragging for a few minutes now. We have so many resource persons. To put the matter to rest, I have already clarified with the COMSEC. The motion for the contempt was upon termination of the hearing. Nasa minutes po yun. So, para matapos na tayo, the contempt order will expire upon termination of this hearing.
1 minute suspension.